my niece is like 18. I told her where I was coming. I told her EPMD, this, that, and third, and she hit me with the who. And so I'm asking you guys, when y'all hit the stage, are y'all gonna do kind of a hip hop 101 to remind the under 21 crew, Eric?
Not at all. Those that's supposed to know is gonna know. This is Rock the Bells, baby.
To see this dude, to see DMX in New York in front of 20,000 people is obviously going to be a moment that a lot of people are going to remember. And you know, when he's sitting next to cats like Jada, you know what I'm saying, and Eve is going to be there, and Styles P and Sheik Luch, to think about the history that could happen, I think that's something that, especially for these New York shows, is going to be incredibly special.
Really, like Rosenberg said, DMX, to be here in New York, like I'm a huge fucking DMX fan. I don't know if y'all have ever seen DMX perform, but I mean, we MOP, we get on the stage and we go hard as hell, but this dude actually gets on the stage, hour and a half, and burn that shit down by himself, no hype man or nothing. And then he got the nerve to go into a prayer toward the end of the show. And yo, dude, you're incredible, dude. I fuck with you, man. For real. That's what I want to see. I've seen everybody up here perform. Everybody else is good, and everybody, you know, I've seen that already. I need to be standing right in front of DMX when he say that prayer and shit. You know what I mean? Salute my dude.
Just the fact that there's a conversation between fucking MOP and DMX happening is so fucking hard in hip hop that it's unbelievable.
This is like the Avengers sitting on the stage right now. You dig? And when they assemble, when you assemble a team like this, the culture is definitely preserved.
This question is for actually everyone. I actually know that Immortal Technique, you are one of the people who were interviewed on Ice-T's Art of Rap. And I remember that he mentioned he wanted to document the art of rap before it stopped becoming an art form. So do you guys feel like rap is no longer becoming an art form, or do you guys feel that maybe it's still in a transition?
I notice an important and a positive trend in hip-hop, which is that artists are becoming a lot more independent. They want a lot more control over the business of hip-hop, and that which gives them the opportunity and the ability to express themselves and express their art form without having the constraints of a company telling them what to do. And I see as that goes forward, you'll have more and more artistry and more diversity in the music, and that's something that's positive that needs to grow, which was, I guess, part of the whole point of Ice's movie when he was talking about it, not just the mastery and the craft, but eventually people being able to have their own company, to make their own decision, to have their own distribution, which is, I think, is one of the most important things for hip-hop to have. You know, you can't be free politically unless you're free economically, so that's what it is.
Why Rock the Bells? Why is it that you guys choose to perform at Rock the Bells?
They smartened up this shit.
Rap shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I love this shit. I did it for 13 years, man. Scraping niggas before I got a deal. Like 13 years, like, you know, on site, you know, because like we grew up together, son, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that was the big battle. I just put the pups on the first night, and I'm coming to finish, like, you know, this is what, you know, the foundation of it to me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I love doing it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have that passion about it, you know what I'm saying? And be able to give that, you know what I'm saying? Like, do it because you love doing it. Niggas are selling out too quick and too easy, and, you know, they got partners, and it's reckless right now, man. It's fucked up. Fuck it. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, but, you know, this is a good effort, you know what I'm saying? We're making here to, you know, to remind motherfuckers what it means and what you should stand for.
Put it high in the air. Hey, that's right now, get a load of beat. H.I.P., H.O.P. Hey, and every time that you ask, yo, all I had to ask, and I got a blunt fast.
Man, if you just listen to, you know, the radio, you gonna be fucked up. They got that shit in the house. Half that shit is not hot, man. Man, you got DJs that don't even want to play the shit that they gotta play on the fucking radio. So I asked the nigga, son, I did the radio interview, said, yo, Money, let me ask you a question. He was like, do you enjoy what you play? And the nigga was quiet.
You were pretty vocal about who you thought was whack on the Summer Jam roster, so can you be honest and tell us who you think is BS on this roster? Like, keep it 100
First of all, I did not think anyone was whack on the Summer Jam roster. I thought one song by one of the artists was whack on the Summer Jam roster. I still think that. I think she's a dope artist. I just don't like that song. For this, I'll be honest, I saw the lineup and there were a few things, you know, I didn't talk to Chang beforehand, I just saw the announcement and, you know, I took a double take at Tyga. I took a double take at Future. But Tyga was on this stage a few years ago. You know, a lot of people just associate Tyga with YMCMB, and I probably am guilty of doing the same thing. But he's just a popular artist from Compton, you know what I'm saying, who's done his thing, got signed to YMCMB. And the fact is, he fits in nicely with the Dom Kennedys and the Fashions, and some of the West Coast underground artists that are on Rock the Bells.
Keep your integrity and be faithful to the real hip-hop and not fall into easy money or natural hip-hop.
I mean, for me, hip-hop is a little bit different for me, I guess, as to what you're trying to get at. I look at hip-hop as an opportunity to get out of my circumstances, which was the ghetto. And the only thing I had to do in the ghetto was sell crack. And at the time that we got a chance to get a deal, it was either sell crack or do this music. And we didn't do music because we was the more artistic type. We did the music because we knew Cam and Mace was nice, and we was trying to make a shitload of money so we could stunt and get out the hood. And that's my analogy of it. I mean, I don't know, some people might get a little bit more deeper, but I'm from Harlem. All we saw outside was the hustlers getting a lot of money, and it was only a few ways to get it. And hip-hop was my savior, and I got it.
I'm definitely also from Harlem too. I'm from right by Grant, and I think that in terms of the underground versus commercial thing, I do prison programs. I go talk to youth all the time. The thing to them and to express to them is not if you rap about drugs. If you really live that lifestyle, then it's definitely it's something that you have to express. My thing has always been to tell kids, make it interesting, you know what I mean? Tell me what it's like to sell the same drugs that you saw your parents hooked on, because most people that I know that sold drugs grew up with that, seeing that in the household. Tell me what it's like to have people glorify a lifestyle that's sometimes not very glorious at all. Tell me what it's like to have to sell crack to a pregnant woman. When you tell me that story, when you make it interesting, when you give it dimensions, that's what the strength of hip-hop is.
I come from a good household. I mean, I keep good people around me. And that's basically it right there. You'll never forget where you come from, or never forget what you went through to get where I'm at now, and that's just the gist of the whole thing. You know? When you come from where we come from, you can't forget.
Jadakiss is the people's champ.
Yeah.
Word. Everybody loves this.
Word. That's Billy Dance telling you that, so you already know, baby.
I want to say something for everybody, because I've been a fan of hip hop, and I was born into this hip hop thing, and sitting on the stage with these gentlemen from far to left to far to right is kind of it's kind of ill. It's like the Twilight Zone, because I can remember EPMD coming on TV and videos with buckets hats that we was trying to get for Easter, to try to get fresh and things like that. Nah, for real. Billy dancing them. How about some hardcore? They had everybody in champion hoodies. Just the whole being up on the stage. Is kind of dope. Just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all helped me through a lot of times, and y'all got me fresh and showed me a lot of hustle. You know what I mean? Appreciate that.
Everything he plays, it's all coke shit. So I'm playing the truck shit. Yo, I'm a tip off the whole block. I'm on attack and charge,